We just went to see Inside Out, and I know in the last video I think I said the next one would be Terminator, and I didn't think about the fact that I have a 7-year-old that does this with me, and Inside Out kind of made sense to go see. So, what do you think? Think it's good we went to see this one?
Yep.
Yeah. She hated it. She thought it was terrible. She's just complaining about it the whole time.
You are cheating. I loved it too.
Maybe.
I did?
Anyways, yeah, we went to see Inside Out. This was a damn good movie. I would say this is more in the vein of Up. Up is my favorite Pixar movie. Probably still is, but this one is high up there. But Up, how it plays as a different movie for adults and children. Inside Out's really the same way. And I will say, I was actually scared for Pixar, and this one fills me with a lot of confidence. I was scared for Pixar because it felt like they were bought by Disney, and they did Toy Story 3, which was pretty good. Then they did, I don't even remember what order they came out with, but they did Monsters University, which I guess is fine. It was nothing special. Then they did, Brave. You love Brave, right?
Right.
I think it's fine. It doesn't thrill me though. And then it's fine. It's not on the same level. It's definitely better than Monsters University, but it's not as good as Up or Wall-E in my opinion. Wall-E was great. And like him, The Incredibles is great. It's not as good as those, but it's fine. And then Cars 2. Oh God, Cars 2 was terrible. So it really felt to me like it was almost like Disney had bought Pixar and was almost making them make these crappier movies. And meanwhile, Disney's coming out with Wreck-It Ralph and Frozen. Those are some pretty good movies. So I had this almost fear that Disney bought Pixar to kind of dismantle it. So Pixar will make these crappier movies and just kind of fade out. And then Disney just, like, I can't think of the term, but just yanked out all the talent from Pixar and put them in their animation studios to make movies for them. I was just like, I hate that. And so I'm so happy Inside Out came out, because this was the movie that answered my concerns, and it's really good. It's one of Pixar's best. I loved it. It plays... I totally would say, if you are a fan of Up, go see this one. If Up was a really good Pixar movie in your opinion, this is right up your alley. It's a movie that plays on 2 levels. It works differently for adults than it does for children. It's really good. It'll choke you up at the end. At the end, it's like, oh God, that's good. It's a really good one. Essentially, if you like Pixar and you liked Up, you're gonna love this one. This is a great animated movie. I would definitely even say better than Frozen or Wreck-It Ralph. Definitely their best one since Up. Yeah, great one. I should probably let you talk, huh?
Yeah.
I think that there's a little girl here. I guess I'll let her talk. What do you want to say about it?
Mm. Well, here's something that Sadness thinks is funny. The movie where the dog died.
I imagine it's Old Yeller.
What's the movie Old Yeller?
Well, I believe it's Old Yeller. I don't even know if I mean, it's an always reference movie where the dog gets rabies, I assume, and has to be put down. It's a sad ending. Traumatizes children. Well, for me, what traumatized me when I was a little kid was the aunt dying in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I'll never get over that aunt.
What aunt who died?
You've seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, haven't you?
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, you don't remember the aunt dying?
No.
The aunt that was killed by the scorpion? The aunt was helping the kids, and then it was killed by the scorpion.
Oh, banana, that ant. I mean the scorpion. That scorpion.
Boy, oh boy, we derailed here. Anyways,
Go away.
this is just a really good one. I I did think it was interesting, like, there's 5 main emotions I guess everybody has in this universe. And...
It is...
Oh, go ahead, ring through them.
Angry, sadness, disgust, and... fear.
Oh, there's a big one you're missing.
Or is it...
Joy?
Joy! Fine!
Joy's only the main character of the movie.
Choose my favorite emotion, that thing.
Yeah, oh, well, of course, joy's a great emotion. But, you know, it's an interesting choice. Particularly disgust. I don't really find that I experience disgust that often, so I'm kind of surprised it'd be one of the main 5. But, you know, they're simplifying it to tell a story, so it works. And it really works to show how all these emotions are important. You might think anger and sadness and disgust, these are just bad things. You want to ignore them. The great thing about this movie says, not so fast. They're all good in different ways in different times. And that's why that's one of the great points of the movie. And yeah, great movie. Great movie. Let's see if I'm ranking what I've seen this summer so far. This is up there with Mad Max Fury Road. I will say I think I probably enjoyed Fury Road a little bit more because there was a couple of points in this movie where I'm a little bored, where I'm like, okay, is this honestly going to go anywhere? And even when I was a little bored, it was still good. Probably the point where I was kind of like, was the point where they're in it was like Dreamland. It was set up like a Hollywood studio, and I thought that was so creative. I don't want to talk about too much more, but it was so creative how they did it. And like a lot of the more popular dreams were treated like celebrities, and I thought that was great. I'm not going to talk about that anymore, but that was just fantastic. But at the same time, I also felt that point in the story where it's just like, we're postponing it. We're filling out the story, okay. You can say something.
I was just going to tell them what the emotions do.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Don't know what to say about anger, sadness, or joy, but I know what to say about the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fear, he keeps people safe by I don't know how, but she helps people to keep safe. And one time, he helped Riley keep safe from a wire and gets dust.
Mm-hmm.
She helps the motion. She's I can't remember.
Yeah, she protects Riley from things that might be dangerous, like broccoli.
Well, I mean, stuff that are poisonous.
Yeah, like broccoli.
Fear does the other stuff, okay?
Mm.
So it's both like the non-poisonous and safety.
Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, what do you think of the imagination sequence? Did that bore you at all, or were you cool with that?
What's the imagination sequence?
It was like when they were making like a movie, and then there was the dog.
What dog?
Don't remember when they were pretending to be a dog?
Oh yeah. And that part I was supposed to look real, so
yeah, they had a real filter on it. Did that part of the movie, did that entertain you, or did you feel that dragged a little bit?
I thought it was funny.
Okay, so if you take a child to it, they'll enjoy that. And she'll also make weird faces at the camera while we talk about. Anyways, we've been going on for about 9 minutes. Do we really need to go into spoilers on this movie?
Baby!
You want to talk about spoilers?
Yes?
Okay, I don't really have any spoilers I want to go into, but my daughter does. So, real quick sum up. You like Pixar, in particular, if you like Up, go see this movie. This is one of the best ones. This is probably one of the best American animated movies I've seen in a while. I'm trying to think of something American animated movie I've seen recently that's better, and I'm coming up with a blank. Oh, well, of course, Lego Movie. Lego Movie was great last year. That's about it.
Aren't we going to go into spoilers?
All right. I'm getting called out. So spoilers. What spoilers did you want to talk about?
Well, Riley's dad said if you don't eat broccoli, you don't get dessert. So Anger's like, no dessert, and he makes her get mad. And well, he was reading a newspaper that said no dessert on it.
Well, I'm getting more spoilerish with my imagination talk, and that's like what within first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie. That's pretty early. God, diving into, I can't really think of too. I mean, I could do spoilers on this. I'm not sure what would accomplish. I mean, I guess. I mean, we're in a spoiler section. You shouldn't be watching this if you haven't seen the movie. So, what did you think when the imaginary friend sacrificed himself so that Joy could get back to her?
I thought it was sad that he got forgotten and died. Something like that. But still, everybody needs to be happy.
Yeah, well, it also makes sense. She's moving on. She's like 11. She doesn't really need an imaginary friend. She's always going to need Joy, though. So it made sense. But it was still sad because he was very helpful.
Yeah. Remember what he did with the shortcut? He even read the sign wrong. And he was half dolphin. Dolphins are supposed to be very smart.
Yeah.
Because he said, danger, keep out. And they went in, and Madness was telling them what was going to happen to them, and they were like turning into shapes and paper-looking people.
Well, that's kind of the brilliance of this movie. This movie goes, it essentially makes this little adventure in your mind of the emotions Riley is going through from this big move. The idea that Joy and Sadness are like on this adventure and they're trying to get back to her, it's reflected in what she is feeling because she's in this new place and she just doesn't know how to compute it, and their journey trying to get back to the center and take control is essentially her learning to deal with this new place. Was that your interpretation of the movie?
I hardly even understand it.
See, that's how I was saying. This plays differently for adults than it does for children. If you're an adult, you're going to see this really cool, different message in this movie. Whereas Ashleen, what did you see? How would you sum up this movie?
Well, I saw something. Well,
because if I were to sum it up real fast, I'd say this is a movie. Let me sum it up real fast, then you get to sum it up real fast. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. I would sum it up real fast as a movie about a child who moves to a new place and has to learn to deal with this new place and all the emotions that come with it. And she has to figure out... Yeah, she just has to figure out emotionally how to handle this new environment in this new place.
What I was going to say is that, Joy and Madness are John. The other emotions were trying to act like joy for some things, but it didn't work because they were not Joy.
Yeah, so like, I guess your interpretation of it would be this movie is about an adventure where where Joy and Sadness get lost and they have to get back to her brain, I guess.
It's not the brain.
Yeah, what is it? What do they call it?
It's I can't remember.
Because the whole thing would be like her brain, but like the control center or something. Get to the bridge.
And they were trying to walk across the bridge, but it started breaking, and they lost the bridge.
Yeah, there's lots of sad moments in this movie as she's figuring stuff out. But yeah, it's a damn good movie. Ranking them, I'd still say I prefer Mad Max. Then this would be my number 2, new number 2, and then Avengers, and then Jurassic World. How do you rank those 4 movies?
Which movie?
The movies we've seen so far this summer. Like the ones I just said. So, I would rank them Mad Max, Inside Out, Avengers 2, and Jurassic World. How do you rank them?
Inside Out.
Inside Out, new number 1 for her. What else?
What were the movies again?
You got Mad Max 4, Avengers 2, Jurassic Park 4.
Avengers 2, Jurassic Park 4, and then Mad Max.
All right. So that's a new shake-up. What did you think of this movie? Say something in the comments below. She's gone completely goofy, so we're going to have to wrap this up. This video, if you enjoyed it, subscribe, like. I'm going to have to deal with her now. She's gone completely crazy. Nothing we can do. She's gone. I think she can shake the camera a couple more times.
What do you mean shake the camera?
As a lot of you guys have known, about a month or so ago, my regular editing machine died out, and I've been trying to think of a way to get my old computer back up to snuff so I can edit videos together for you guys. And every time, pretty much life gets in the way every time. You know, every time it seems like I'll get a little bit of money so I can invest in it, something happens and that money's gone. And this is just recurring over and over again now. So what I'm going to do is ask you guys to help me out. If you go to my Kickstarter page, which I will have in the description below, you will be able to help me out. If each of one of you guys donates exactly $1, I will hit more than 2 times my what I'm asking for. And pretty much what I'm asking for is just parts to upgrade my computer. I can upgrade a computer just fine. I just need the money for parts. And once that happens, I can make videos for you guys a hell of a lot faster. Right now it's really slow and rather painful for me to put together videos. If you guys donate, what will happen is there's several prizes. Most basic being you can get a commentary track with me and my daughter just yakking while we watch Jurassic Park. If you like stuff like that, we can make more of them, of course. Oh, and the other thing is you can, if you donate more and more, what you get is pretty much control of the show. Not really what I'll say, but what I'll do. You get your credit, you get your name in the credits. You can get your name before I even start the show, like right at the beginning. You can request exactly what I review. You can even get a little advertisement spot for yourself right at the beginning of my show. I'm getting more and more viewers, so that little advertising spot, that'll be valuable. So please, please, please go to my Kickstarter page and help me get my computer set up so I can get more content to you guys faster.